Yeah, welcome to the review where we do what we do. I'm Enzo, this is Chuck, and now you're part of our crew. Every Friday at 1, my friend, it goes down. We are the hottest podcasters around. Yep, it goes down. And if you don't believe, my friend, they come to town. You can see those other podcasters, yeah, they do. Welcome to the best, my friend, this is the review. Don't look at me.
It's like every day is so wonderful.
Shut up, Mom.
Suddenly, it's hard to breathe.
Shut up.
What up? Welcome back to the review. I'm Chuck.
Welcome back.
I'm Chuck.
Welcome back.
This is Enzo.
Welcome back.
What are you singing?
I don't know.
Okay,
I'm just
anyway.
making it up.
I'll
Nah, yo, what's up? What's up? Welcome back. Welcome back to the review.
Welcome back. What's up? Enzo and I wore the same color today. We're in neon green.
Yeah, we you can't really tell.
I'm in my Leo bag right now.
But you know what? She's just making room for us Virgos, so it's all right.
I have a lot of Virgo in my chart, so I'm a Virgo adjacent. My Venus, my Saturn, and not my Jupiter, but something else is in Virgo.
See.
Mars? Yeah, my Mars, my Saturn. What did I say? My Mars?
I don't know.
My Mars, my Venus, and my Saturn are in Virgo.
I just know that I
very
am
Virgo also.
in the Virgo pure.
Pull up your Snapchat. I want to see your profile because I'm going to dissect this. Because I feel like our signs have to match. Like, I feel like it makes so much sense that I have a lot of Virgo in my chart because I relate to a lot of Virgos. I like them. Here we go. Your sun is a Virgo. Your moon is in Sagittarius. I love Sagittarius. That makes so much sense. So your moon sign rules your emotions, how you are in relationships.
I think like a Sag.
I love that. I love Sagittarius. They're so fun. Like, I'm obsessed. It says fun-loving, adventurous, and you use humor to connect with others. Same. And then your rising is in Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius rising also.
See?
And that's what I'm like. Aquarius are like come off a little weird, like tomboyish, distance.
I'm always
aloof.
been weird.
Yeah, but we're also like friendly, chill.
Yeah, it depends on who it is.
What was that?
It depends on who it is.
Okay.
Because Virgos can be mean. We're like the meanest, nicest people.
But this is so like your rising sign is basically like your mask, like what people see before they get to know you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
yeah, so we come off both as Aquarius before people actually like get to know us. It's your
Interesting.
persona.
Yeah.
So when meeting people, the friendly, unique, and independent side of your personality comes out, which is true. You come off very like confident and shit like that.
Oh, well,
like,
that's
chill.
cool. I like to do that.
Yeah, and like unique. Aquarius are very
Thank
unique.
you.
They're like future thinking, like otherworldly. Your Mercury's in Virgo, so is mine, which is communication. And I do feel like we communicate the exact same way.
Gift of gab.
Yeah, we do. Gift of, and like the way you are, like I notice like little things, and I'm like, let me say this way because I feel like he communicates the same way, or I don't really have to think about things a certain way because I'm like, he knows what I mean. And it says, you have precise and analytical mind, and you can cut through the heart of the matter, even when there are many different details to consider. So we're problem solvers.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely a problem solver.
Your Venus is in Scorpio, and your Venus
That's
represents your
because
preferences.
Scorpio and Virgo are masculine and feminine signs.
Interesting. Yeah, see, mine, my opposite is Virgo, which is my rising, and Leo is my sun. So those are opposites, and those are like both really fixed signs, though. But yours is intense, magnetic, and deep. your preferences and your passion and intensity and intimacy are important to you in all of your personal relationships. And I agree because, right?
Yeah, I definitely agree. I definitely need to feel the passion. I need to feel something there. I need to feel something that you don't feel for anybody else. And I need to feel like, you know, I am the one. You know what I mean?
Wow. Yeah. I feel that. Like, just from
Yeah.
how you've described relationships and, like, what you expect. And it seems like you've said that you do a lot more for other people often than
Yeah.
they do for
yeah,
you.
Yeah, definitely do. Definitely, but I think that's just more of me because that's just, I'm just like a giving spirit. Like, you know what I mean? I just don't, I'm not attached to a lot of material things, which a lot of people might say like, oh, well, he's lying because like I do like nice things, but I'm not attached to them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I don't need them, but I would like them.
Gotcha.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, oh, well, you know, he has a Fendi mask. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, but I worked hard to get one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just like anyone else did. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Whatever. Fuck those people. Honestly, if anyone's, like, hating on you for being materialistic, they're just hating. It's fine. Do your thing.
yeah, but I don't even think that's me being materialistic. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like,
I see what you're saying. You're
Like, you
like,
know what I
I'm not
mean?
materialistic. I just like what I like.
I like what I like, and I
Yeah.
thought it looked nice, and I'm like, I like Fendi as a, you know, clothing company or designer, and I was just like, okay, why not? Like, you know what
First
I
of all,
mean?
your masks are fire because I want one of the Christian Dior ones.
I can try to make
Okay.
that
Let's see. Your Mars is in Capricorn. I have, what is it? I have like your Uranus
Uranus.
and something else in Capricorn. I have like 3 things in Capricorn as well.
Okay.
So your Mars is your motivation. So when your Mars is in Capricorn, that's your motivation. You're about money, honey.
I'm bilingual. Yeah.
Bilingual?
You said? Did you say?
You're about money.
Oh, huh, yeah. I thought you said I'm bilingual.
Are you bilingual? Jace?
I guess.
What do you speak?
I can
Spanish?
speak English. I can speak a little Spanish.
Okay.
I can understand more Spanish than I can speak it.
Okay.
I can speak patois, I guess you could say.
Okay.
That's
That counts.
That counts. What about you? Pig Latin.
Okay.
Okay, what about you?
Well, Mars in Capricorn said, well, yeah, I can speak un poquito español.
Okay.
And I can entiendo un poquito
Okay.
también. But that's about it. I know just sprechen die Deutsch. Sprechen die Deutsch. That means I speak German. I tried.
Oh,
I used to
I know,
understand Polish when I would go to my friend's house all the time, and
German, I
my
know
friend's mom would
Dankeschön,
speak, and I would
Vedabin.
understand, but I don't now.
Dankeschön, Vedabin.
Dankeschön. That means thank you very much.
Vedabin, like you're welcome. I know, ich liebe Aschgeblüge.
Look, wait. Ish
That's
is
a
like
li-
me, right?
Yeah, like I'm a monster. The Lady Gaga song.
Oh,
Ich
yeah.
liebe Aschgeblüge. Ich komme aus dem Monster. It's not
Yes.
Aschgeblüge, it's going to be Uschgeblüge.
That's fire.
It's
I
crazy
really
that
love
I know that,
German.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm blocked out again.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. So yeah, so Enzo has a Mars in Capricorn. So a Mars in Capricorn means that you have a knack for knowing exactly which goals and relationships are worth pursuing.
Yeah,
And
I
you
do.
put the time and effort necessary to nurture your connections.
I do.
Your Jupiter is in Pisces. My Jupiter is in Cancer.
My sister's a Pisces, so it makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So your Jupiter is expansion.
Okay.
So you have good luck when you tap into your compassionate, creative, and spiritual side of your personality. That's what it's saying. And then your Saturn is also in Sag, so you have a lot of Sag, so that's why I think we like
Gravitate.
mesh very well. Yeah.
Facts.
Saturn represents your responsibility, and it says that you'll learn many of your most valuable lessons in life by traveling the world and experiencing different perspectives. I want you to travel. I can't wait till you go to Japan next summer.
I want to go
right?
to Japan, yes. I think we're still on board to go for next year, 2023.
I see you as like a
Two.
global nomad.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean,
yeah.
you are close to your friends and family. You like your home.
I am. I am.
That's your Virgo.
I am. That's one reason why I didn't move to Georgia when I had the opportunity to move to Georgia, because it was just would have been me by myself. And I'm like, well, what if something happens and I needed like a close, case of emergency? Like, who would I call? Like, you know what I'm saying? My furthest, my closest family was like 4 or 5 hours away.
Yeah.
So like, what the fuck?
When did you have the opportunity to move to Georgia?
3 years ago when I used to work for Tory Burch, and we had they had closed their office in Jamesburg and was moving to McDonough.
Is that near Atlanta?
No, McDonough McDonough is probably like I think an hour or two, maybe 3 hours.
Okay, good
away
thing you
from
didn't go.
Atlanta.
I don't know. I feel like anywhere outside of Atlanta.
Yeah,
sucks.
no. I don't know.
Maybe
When
Savannah's
I
cool.
looked on Google View, it was just a bunch of. It reminded me of like
Bristol.
North Carolina, like
Oh.
really, yeah, Bristol, really like industrial,
Yeah.
like crop.
Like
Like
Pittsburgh.
I've never been to Pittsburgh, but it just reminded me of like North Carolina, like
Oh, okay.
crops and like open roads just for days, like you know what I'm saying. And I'm just like, you know what? Even though it's cheaper down there, and I would have been losing like $1 pay, that was another thing that I was like, I'm not doing
yeah.
that. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, who would want to do that? If you're also relocating me, like just pay me the same.
I
at
mean,
least.
that job was perfect. Like I can just like get up, take a shower, throw on some sweatpants. Like that place I worked, it was a warehouse, but like I didn't do like the warehouse work. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I had
Yeah.
my own little like desk or whatever. Like, and it was just really cool. Like I just sat there and watched Love and Hip Hop all day long.
Oh, fire.
Yeah. It
Well,
was
what
really
did you
dope.
do?
I worked for like I worked on like the international stuff. So like
Marketing or?
not marketing, but like sales.
Okay.
And like shipping stuff out to the overseas and stuff.
Okay.
And working, I did like specialty orders. So like when celebrities did orders, like honestly, I did a order for Michelle Obama like 3 times,
Oh, nice.
which was pretty dope. But it's really weird because I had to sign for the package and everything. Like she wears a size 12. What at the time she wore?
Shoe?
No dress.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a shoe.
I was like, that's a big ass foot. Because she looks like she would have big feet.
Well, she's a tall woman.
Yeah.
You know, so
She
probably
is tall?
Yeah, she's like
She
5'10".
looks tall. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
like
I didn't realize
she's
she was
like
that tall.
5'10". She's pretty tall.
How tall is Obama? He must be 6
Obama's
foot
like
something.
6'2", 6'1",
my God, that makes him
6'2".
even more
I met
fire.
him before.
Really?
Yeah, I
Oh
met
my
him
God,
before his
that's amazing.
presidency. Yeah, I met him before his presidency. I was actually at my brother's house in Pennsylvania, and he was going along. He was stopping on the Pennsylvania Railroad at every stop and giving his little speech.
Wow.
And my sister-in-law was like, do you want to go see, Obama bin Laden? I'm going to say Obama child.
You said Obama bin Laden, bitch. He killed Osama bin Laden.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah. Obama, do you want to hear Obama's speech? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not?
I think I saw him at a rally. It may have been after he was the president or while he was campaigning. He was
Okay.
in that Newark, like the outside stadium.
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Up
no,
there.
yeah, where?
Or wait, is it there?
the Prudential
Was it
Center?
there? Yeah, the
Okay.
Prudential Center. That's
Okay.
where I saw him. Yeah.
Okay.
But it was on stage, so I didn't know how tall he was. That's my only person.
I shook his hand.
Oh, that's dope.
I shook his hand. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I shook his hand. I will never forget that.
He's so handsome.
He is. He really is. And he gets better looking as he gets older.
He does.
Yeah. But like I did specialty order. I did an order for her. I did an order for Oprah Winfrey.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And when you do those orders, you have to like seal them up perfectly. Like it
Yeah.
has to be perfect. You have
Right.
to like spray the card. They was like, "Oh, you sprayed the cards." I'm like, "Yes, I sprayed the card."
Yeah.
Like, and then it has to go through security, and then it has to go through customs. all that
That's fire. I
crazy-
respect
crazy.
it.
Yeah, it was pretty dope.
Well, your Neptune is in Capricorn, which means so your Neptune rules your spirituality,
Okay.
and you're natural at bringing your creativity and inspiration to life in real successful ways. I agree. Your Pluto is in Scorpio, so is mine. My Pluto is in Scorpio. Yo, Enzo wanted to leave the windows open, and I was like, bad idea.
Listen,
Someone keeps Is that your shit?
No, mine's in the back.
Oh, that's right. Okay. All right. So Pluto in Scorpio is your biggest opportunities for growth and transformation come from honestly and compassionately confronting your deeper, more uncomfortable feelings and impulses. And we've talked several times about how we should be in therapy.
Listen.
So both of us need therapy. It says
In
Scorpio,
the
intense,
words
magnetic, deep.
of Billie
That's us.
Eilish, I'm going to watch pornography because that's my therapy.
So for you, mostly have earth elements, it says,
Yeah.
which is practical.
Yeah, because Virgo's an earth sign. I mean, yeah.
Oh, your modality is you're an adapter. Because you know you have your mutable sign, or well, I have more fixed signs in my chart, which means like I'm hard headed and shit like that. But you're mutable, you're an adapter, which I think you're very like open minded and shit like that. And your polarity, like yin and yang, you're yin, which is receptive. I agree with that. I think you're so open minded and like forward thinking and accepting. Yeah, this is really nice. I can read you mine, but I would have to download the Snapchat app, and that's actually I have an app.
Why don't you just put your information into the Snapchat? I could just sign out.
I have it. I have it all here. I use CoStar. My cousin put me on CoStar. If you're into astrology and you want to know all your
CoStar.
things, you just download CoStar for free on Apple at least. But
If it ain't Apple, then ain't. No, I'm sorry. Androids will love you too.
so my sun is in Leo. You all know that already. My moon is in Libra, and your moon is your like emotions, your moods, your feelings.
My mother's a Libra.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's why you like me, kind of.
My mother's a Libra. My mother's crazy.
I'm not crazy. So yeah, your moon in Libra, the moon rules your emotions, your moods and feelings. It's likely the sign you most think of yourself as, since it reflects your personality when you're alone or deeply comfortable. I agree. That makes sense. That makes really sense. I'm like soft and balanced, and I just want harmony. I like hate when people are mad at me. I hate when I feel misunderstood. I hate when there's like a rift in friendships. I want everyone to get along. I take on all that anxiety.
I don't care.
I care too much.
I don't care. I know how to detach myself, and I think that's the Virgo in me. Like, we just know how to, like, you know what? It's not a problem.
I love that, and I have a lot. So my ascendant is in Aquarius, which is my rising sign, like you. And this one is the mask you present to people. It can be seen in your personal style, how you come off to people when you first meet. Some say it becomes less relevant as you get older. It changes. Okay, blah, 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 blah. You're broad-minded, intellectual, and prone to abstraction. Though somewhat detached or abrupt in your dealings with the real world, your unconventional interests may seem eccentric
I think we talked
or
about that before.
pretentious.
Being detached a little bit.
Yeah, both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I get accused of that all the time.
Yeah, I do too. It's like, it's like levels. Like, you get this one, but this one you don't get because this one's for me.
I totally agree with you. I don't mean it. It's no
just
one
how
should
it
take
is.
it personal.
Yeah, it's just how it is. I
Yeah.
feel like you should always keep a little bit for yourself.
I just think it's almost like I don't even really want to deal with my emotions and shit like that. So I'm like even detached from myself. So like don't even take it personal because I'm not trying to go that deep. Like I went deep with my mom. She's an Aquarius sun.
Okay.
And I went deep with her the other day about some shit that's going on in our family. And she like literally got pissed. She was like, I'm not fucking talking to you anymore. Because I went too deep and she like was not ready and I didn't mean to hurt her feelings, but I was just like, dude, face your emotions because I don't. And I know how fucking detrimental that shit is and how it sticks with you.
Yeah.
It's hard, like.
Yeah. You got to get that shit together. You got to get control of your emotions and.
Well, how do you do it? Like, what do you do?
To keep control of my emotions?
Yeah. Or like, do you ever like just sit with your shit and like, or do you journal? Like journaling is really healing for me. I really do get a lot out. I found myself writing for like hours. Huh?
You get your Moesha on?
Yeah, I do. I really do. And then like it's cool because like I'll read it back and be like, wow, like I changed so much, or like I'll have a different perspective on something, or like I'll be like, oh my God, I had such a good intuition.
I don't know. I think for me, I I guess I put it in like music or so, or put it somewhere artistically.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess. Like, yeah, I think that's what I would do with it. I would, I won't let it fester, if that made sense. I won't let it fester. I would, figure out a way to get it a solution to the issue, or if it is an issue. But if it's something like stressing me, I don't really stress, and I tell people all the time, like I don't stress. Like
That's amazing.
it's not like I'm like, oh, I gotta make this, I gotta get this done, I gotta get this. I don't stress. Like it's just like even when I was working by myself and doing all the stuff by myself, they're like, I know you're down there stressing. I'm like, honestly, I'm not, because I know that I think I understand reality and time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Outside of what other people do not understand. Like, I think it's because, like, I understand that things have to get done, regardless of what happens. Like, regardless of if it's like 12,000 things or 15 things, they have to get done. So there's no point in complaining.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the point? What's the point of sitting there complaining about something that has to get done, or something that's bothering you, or something that's festering within you, when you can just like,
You're like uber practical.
yeah, like just get it done. Like even like when I used to smoke cigarettes, like one morning I just woke up and I'm like, I'm not smoking cigarettes anymore. I just stopped.
Oh, that's wild. Yeah, that was not my case. I was
I just
like,
stopped.
cigarettes were very hard to give up.
Really?
Like, yeah, just because I started them for no reason. So the reason to quit was very hard to find for me. Like, I knew they were bad, but I knew they were bad when I started.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
knew
I'm
they were
saying?
bad when I started as well, but it was just like, you just stopped.
Like, I need something that's like, I really hate the way, like, for me, the reason, honestly, why, like, I probably still would have been smoking cigarettes on the low. Well, I kind of got scared after my thyroid shit. Like,
Okay.
and they said that with Graves' disease, like, Missy Elliott has Graves' disease.
Yes.
It made her like eyes pop out a little bit.
Yes.
And they say if you smoke cigarettes, like it causes like the eye pop out thing. Not that she does, like sometimes it just happens, but it can make it worse. So that kind of stopped me from it, like really. And then also like my dude, like he's so not into smoking, like he would never date a girl. Like once I realized like a lot of dudes are turned off by cigarette smoke, that's more so what made me stop. Not
Yeah, a
because
lot of people
I
are turned off
smelled
by
like
cigarette
cigarettes or
smoke.
anything. I didn't care.
I know a guy, he's my one of my favorite white boys. He's my son. You know, that's a little insider. We ain't get there yet. We gonna get to
father,
the
the
house
son.
and yeah, whatever. But so he told me that he was like, yo, if a girl smokes, I'm like, I can't be with her. I can't do it. I can't do it. Da, 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 da.
And it's
And
not
I'm
weed. Like
like,
some dudes will take weed, but just
yeah,
not
and
cigarettes.
he doesn't mind weed. Doesn't mind weed, but he doesn't like cigarettes. And I'm like, okay, like I see you. Like I don't. I understand. I can understand that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I would prefer weed more than cigarettes.
What is it? It's just like the health thing, right? It's just like
I don't
healthy.
know,
It's like
but you know what's
stinky,
weird?
unhealthy,
This is
stinky.
kind of a little personal moment of Enzo's. But when I used to hook up with this guy, this Italian guy, and he smoked cigarettes, and I couldn't stand the smell on his breath, but I didn't mind it on his body. That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like I was like, oh, that smells good.
So when you just couldn't, when you didn't like how it smelled on his breath, like, was it when you were kissing or just like smelling his
Just
breath?
smelling his breath. Like we said in a previous episode,
Okay.
we were talking about the, like, you know
Yeah, the
what I
mouth
mean? Like,
breathers,
and you
yeah.
know, like when you're fucking, like,
Oh yeah,
know.
it is kind of a killer because it's such. That's stale. Cigarettes are stale.
yes, very.
Yeah.
And very distinct because you could say, oh, you smoke reds. I could tell you smoke reds or whatever.
Newports.
Yeah, I could tell which ones.
Yep.
But like on the body itself, it doesn't. It turns me on. Like even like
It's kind of like manly, like leather. Or some shit
yeah,
like
like
that.
even like on a female, like even if like she smokes cigarettes, but
I
she
do
like,
too. I kind
but
of like
she
it
covers it up
with perfume. I feel
like
you.
that
I
smell.
do too. It's like you're a boss bitch. I don't know. I just feel like you got shit to do or something.
But I don't like a girl who smokes black and mild. Like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Ugh.
like
Black
I don't
and
like a
mild
girl who
smells so
sits.
horrible to me now.
I don't like people who sit and smoke. Like you know what I'm saying? Like for
Like it
like
smells like you didn't wash.
right.
Yeah, I feel you.
yeah.
Like I don't like when people smell like Dutch.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, because it's just
Yeah.
like such a funky ass,
Yeah.
dirty like.
No, I don't mind. I don't mind you. Like my one cousin used to come around all the time smelling like weed. I don't mind.
Yeah, I don't care if you
didn't
smell
mind
like
that.
weed.
I don't mind.
I just don't like Dutch smell.
But like the black and mild, like I don't. I can't take it. Is it even? I don't even smoke black and milds because it like every time I take one pull, it like closes my throat, and I'm like, oh nope, I'm done.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm done. It's just too much smoke. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And then like
They're probably the worst for you.
they are.
Yeah.
They are. But then like I used to smoke wood tip black and milds.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, it's a different feeling.
smoother?
It was so much smoother, but it was like still like a black and mild was like 5 cigarettes.
Yeah, that's what they said. Yeah.
Yeah. So like it was like
Even if you take that little cancer paper out, that shit is bullshit, honestly.
no, but it was just like fun to do that.
It was. I know.
It
Everybody
was
had
just
their
fun
own
to do
little.
that.
Yeah, it's
Their
like
own
a
little way.
ceremony.
And my cousin still to this day, whenever he sees me, he's like, "Yo, champ this."
Yeah,
He was like,
yeah.
"Yo, do it," because he was like, ever since you did it for the first time, he was like, "I haven't had one as smooth as you
It
has
is.
done it."
It was fun.
And he was like, the way that I don't know what you do to it, it's just like magic. Like he was like, it's just magic. Every time I see you, you just gotta do it. I'm like, all right, whatever. Yeah, but like women, like their weave. I don't mind you wearing weaves and wigs and stuff, but like them
You
shit
don't want it to
smelling
smell like a wine black.
Oh, or any smoke in general, like you know, just like
Yeah, I hate when my hair smells like smoke.
that's not attractive to me.
Yeah.
like, you know.
Yeah, that I didn't like either.
Yeah.
And I just like I didn't want to look old. Apparently, like it makes your tits sag.
What,
If you're like
smoking?
smoking cigarettes,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, like any kind of tobacco, it makes you like your tits saggy, like your skin, because it makes your skin sag. So your tits kind of go with it.
Makes sense.
And so I didn't want to look old. I didn't want to like, there's like a whole bunch of reasons, but it was still so difficult to quit.
Yeah.
I need a lot. So you're like
Well,
very headstrong.
yeah, but I also wasn't addicted to it as much as like how everyone was. Like the most, like a pack would last me like a week, almost a week
Me
and
too.
a
A
half.
pack would last me like 2 to 3 weeks, but it's still like just knowing to quit completely. Like
Yeah.
no, like I really
No,
loved
I
smoking cigarettes while I was
stopped it.
driving,
Oh yeah, that was my thing too.
So
I needed
fun.
one when I was driving, but it was just like
and with coffee because I was a big coffee
no,
drinker. I love
wasn't.
that combination.
I don't drink coffee, but I needed one. I used to love it after I brushed my teeth. And
After you
then-
brush your teeth,
Yeah,
because of the menthol.
Yeah, and then feeling it on my teeth. I
It
used to
did
love
feel
it.
good, yeah.
Um,
I liked smoking cigarettes with lip gloss on and like
really?
lipstick.
Oh,
Yeah,
just to see the lips on the.
it was like a whole mood. I don't know. I just felt like
Nah, nah. I just, I don't know. I just woke up one morning and I was like, you know what? I'm done.
it's pointless.
I'm done.
It's so pointless. Like
I'm like, there's no point in me doing this. Like,
there's no point, and no one smokes anymore too, which makes
Yeah.
it feel so
everyone
much more
vapes
weird.
and like, I'm not vaping and like, who knows what you're putting in your body when you're vaping? Like, you know
yeah,
what I mean?
dead ass, and like all that water vapor shit.
Yeah,
that
no,
sound
no,
like all that lung like
No.
mad motherfuckers' lungs collapsed from vaping.
Listen, I know people that I work with that vape and they come in and they like
Hawk spit.
no,
hawk
they
cough.
just smell like well,
Smell.
yeah, because the vape
What?
the vape smells. the vape oils, the things that they use, like the fruity stuff like
It
that.
does smell like it, but I didn't know that it like lasts and makes them.
Yes, it lingers on people's clothes.
What do they smell like? Sour?
Especially when they have like like when they have like the
Ew.
the big vape pens with the battery.
Yeah.
And they go, and the dragon breath comes out with all the smoke that lingers on their clothes, and leaves a residue on their clothes. So when they walk around, they smell like that.
Ew.
Yeah, it smells disgusting. It's so nasty.
It's like almost a sweet smell.
Yeah, and it's nasty. Like, so I used to work with this guy. His name is Emerson. I shot him out earlier because he gave me my dog.
Oh yeah.
He used to hotbox in his car on the way to work with the vape
Why?
because it just didn't. I guess he felt like he didn't need to roll down his windows
Oh,
because it's
yeah.
vaping.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? It's
I
not
gotcha.
like
That makes
smoke.
sense,
So
yeah.
you know, but like him doing that when he opened his car, you still saw all the smoke coming out of his car from him hotboxing it, and it's like.
So you're like, it's there.
It's there, and then it's on his clothes. So like he would walk. Like honestly, my nose is so crazy. My nose is like, I'm fucking like part like wolf
Clifford.
or something like dog or something, because like I can smell like he will come out the personal bathroom. It could be 5 or 10 minutes go by. I will walk in there and
You
I
know
can
he was
smell.
in
I'm like
there.
Emerson was in here.
Yeah. I have a strong nose too. I have a very sensitive nose.
There's a guy at my job who smokes a lot. Well, he used to smoke a lot. And well, he smokes now. I don't know how much now, but like he sweats a lot too, so he smells like sweat and smoke. So like
Ew, that's a worse combination.
so
Ew.
yeah, so like when
Reminds
like
me of like a pizza shop.
yeah. So when like when he's around in areas, I know he's there because I can smell him. Like, you know what I mean? Like when my old boss used to go outside to smoke her cigarettes, I would smell her before she came into the room.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then she can be in the room and leave, and I can be like in the other part of the room, and I'll come back into the main room. And I'm like, oh, was such and such here? And they were like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, I can smell it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what
Like,
I'm saying?
I
like,
knew she was here.
yeah, like I have this, like my nose is so distinct. It's so like it smells everything, and it's crazy. And I don't like. That's another reason why I don't go to people's houses. Because I don't like people's houses.
You
to
can
have
smell.
odor.
Yo, everybody's house.
Has
Yo,
an
I
odor.
wonder. Ooh, I wonder what my house smells like, because I know my house smells like. Like I knew when people used to come into my room and be like, "Oh, you smell like it smells like you,"
Mm-hmm.
and that's what they would just say. They like it just smells like you, and then but now it's like me mixed with my man, and I wonder what that smells like to people. Is that just weird for you to
It's-
like smell people?
No, I know, because I smell people.
Yeah.
Not like not like I. Oh no, like but like people have a fragrance,
Their
and
pheromones.
yeah, and I pick it up and I smell it all because I smell like even I deal with a lot of chemicals that get stored in our cabinets, and when I open the cabinets, I smell everything, and I'm
Yeah.
like. It gives me such a headache because
Yeah.
I'm like I smell each and everything, and everybody's like, "Oh, do," and I'm like, "No, I cannot go in there because
I'm the same.
because
I'm
I
the
can
same.
smell it." And it like even when my sister was little, and my mother was like, "Oh, go check on your sister," and I go get my sister. I'm like, "Oh, she needs a diaper change." She was like, "How do you know?" I'm like, "I can smell it," and she was like, "No, she don't. No, she don't." And I'm like, "Okay." And then she'll check and be like, "Oh, I guess she did need a diaper change. Like she do stink." My mom does not have a good nose for anything. Like the one day, like a couple years ago, I think I was cooking something in the oven, and I think it had ran out of like water, and I told her to like put more water or something in there, like periodically, so that it doesn't run out of water. So it was running out of water, and I was in the shower, and there was smoke around the house, and I'm sitting here like in the shower smelling like the smoke, and I'm like hurrying up my shower, getting ready to run downstairs, like everything. And I'm like, "You didn't smell this smoke?" She was like, "No, I didn't smell it." I'm like, "The house would have burnt
What
out."
was it from?
The oven from
Oh my God.
it was dry. That she like it was a piece of fish that I was cooking, and it had ran out of water, so
Oh,
it
I
had
see.
got dry.
Yeah.
And the seasonings and the peppers and stuff were getting burnt from on the bottom of the
Yeah.
pan because it ran out of water.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the fuck, like you didn't smell that You didn't smell the smoke?
Yo, the same thing happened. My dude was like cooking shrimp or something one night, and I was in the bath, like in the shower, and I was like,
Yeah.
it smells like gas.
Yeah.
Like, and then I came out and I was like, holy fuck, it smells like gas. And he was just there cooking shrimp, and he was like, I was wondering, and you know, shrimp cook very fast.
Yeah.
And he was like, I was wondering why this wasn't. He just had it. It was
He
just
had
the
the wrong
gas.
one on?
Yeah, it was just the gas. Like he thought he had the flame up, and he must have turned it down, but I must have turned it like
Yeah.
semi off,
Yeah.
where there was no flame, and it was
Yeah.
just like straight up gas. I was like, we could have
Yeah.
died. What if I like lit something?
Yeah. No, I'm glad. You always gotta have somebody with a good nose. Like I can be in the shower and make brownies, and I can be like, 5 more minutes.
Yep,
Five
I
more
know.
minutes. I know the perfect time to pull out the cake because I can be like, I know it's done. You know.
Yep, I totally know what you're talking about.
Excuse me. But yeah.
Yo, my mom recently told me. So she's been okay. She's tried all these fucking like scent remedies because she had mulch in her car and she was trying to get the mulch scent out because she gardens all the time and she had left mulch in her car like on a
Mulch
really
is
hot day.
nasty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she had left it in her car for like a weekend.
Especially hot mulch.
On a
Yeah.
hot weekend, and she was like, holy fuck, like this shit won't come out like for months. She's been
Yeah.
trying different things. And then also like during COVID in the winter when she wasn't going, when we weren't going anywhere at all, like super lockdown, and everyone was like in their home for like 3 weeks at a time. She had mice
Okay.
in her. She noticed that like something was in her like trunk or something, maybe like tissues or something like that, and she saw that they were nibbled through, and she was like, oh my fucking god, there's mice in here. And they got in because she lives in like Lawrence where there's like a lot of trees and shit like that, and her car was just sitting there, so they probably ran up in there in the wintertime to get warm. So she had mice in her truck, and then she got rid of them, whatever. Like my dad like put up traps and stuff like that. It was fucking nasty. So recently she's been trying to get out the mulch smell, and she got out the mulch smell, but she was like, when I'm driving now, she was like, it smells like funky. Like I don't even know what it is. Like it just smells real nasty.
She probably has to clean her filters.
She took it to the car like place or like a Jiffy Lube or some shit like that. They found like a mice nest in there, and they had died. So she was like basically breathing in like dead mice.
Oh.
I always have to turn dark. I'm sorry, but yeah, isn't that disgusting?
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
she
how
told
long?
me
What's she breathing it in for?
probably like a week or two.
Oh, jeez.
But imagine how long they've been in there alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's so nasty.
Yeah. Ay, Dios mío.
I know. And that's what, and like in the winter, I'd be so scared because we have so many stray cats in our alleyway that, you know, they say cats in the wintertime, they like to get up on engines because they're warm. So I'm always afraid that I'm going to like kill a
Run
cat or
yeah.
like, I don't know. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Ugh.
No, we have a cat that hides underneath the cars
Yeah, that's other
in our
I hate that
neighborhood,
shit.
and it's
disgusting.
like he's cute. Like, but the one neighbor, I don't know, whoever lives in that corner house, they always been feeding them, and he always goes there. But like he hides underneath the cars, and
That's oh my god! I sent out a notice to all my neighbors because, and then the woman, I know the woman that like when she responded back, she was like, it was me, because she would leave cat food in the corner of the parking lot right by my car, and then all of these weird ass stray cats would be there, and they're like, I don't know if I don't know where they've been. They've been running around Trenton, like they may have like rabies, like they just be out. They be
Yeah, just
looking
being nasty.
hurt. Like yeah, exactly. They be looking hurt. Like I don't know where the fuck they been. And she was just leaving food out, so I sent out an email notice like, you're gonna attract like possum because you know we got possum, raccoon,
Yeah,
we
we
got
got
all these
everything over
motherfuckers,
here,
and she would
yeah.
just leave out like cat food, and she got mad defensive because she has a cat, and she was like, they actually keep the mice away and shit like that, and I was like, I don't give a fuck.
yeah, bitch,
That's
no.
nasty.
Let's stop being nasty, Jane. Jane.
And she had a cat, so I know she took it like offensively and stuff like that, but
Pussy clock, Jane.
I was not trying to.
You done know?
Speaking of my parents, they told me where their stash spot was, and I didn't know that my parents smoked like when I was like
Oh, what?
younger.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just found out because they just came out. You know, once it got legalized, then my parents were like, "Okay,
Yeah.
like, give me some." And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, cool. I'm 30. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But like, they used to smoke all the time. And they recently told me where their stash spot was in the house. And like, we're in a whole different like level of,
Connection.
yeah.
Yeah. That's
It's pretty
dope.
cool.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And it's so funny because like my dad definitely smokes Reggie, and he thinks like he says that like weed today is like too much. Like he said he'll like be on the couch like by himself like silent. He doesn't like it. So when he buys weed, he smokes Reggie, and he's like, "This is a good kind of weed. Like it's just perfect. To, like chill, but not too like."
I didn't even know they
chill."
still sold that.
Yeah, apparently they do because he smokes it. It's so funny. Cause like yeah, he can't handle like weed today. It's like too
Yeah.
strong for him, which I get. Like I only take like a few pulls
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah. You're not a connoisseur.
I'm not. I can't face like one joint in like one single sitting. I like to like I can share with someone one joint.
Mm-hmm.
I could share with someone one Dutch, but like by the time we're like 2/3 the way in, I'm pretty much done. I'll probably
out.
try to I'll probably tap out. I don't have good lungs.
Okay.
Like
Okay. No.
that feeling when you said that when you take pulls of blacks and like you feel your throat close up, sometimes that happens to me
Okay.
with just
With
weed
smoking.
regular.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think for me, I can do a whole one.
You can do a whole blunt
Yeah.
and or joint.
Yeah. Joint.
I think that's great.
I don't
That you
smoke
can?
blunts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can do a whole joint. Yeah, and yeah, I'm fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I just really can't. Like I can do edibles. I like edibles a lot. I think they're super fun. I've definitely overdone it where I thought I
think-
was gonna bomb.
See, they don't really do nothing for me, so like I'm like,
Really?
yeah, they do not do nothing for me.
Wow, because when you fuck up on on an edible, it's like you can't go back. You
I
can't get that
recently
moment back.
hung out with a group of friends that I used to hang out with, and the one girl had access to a whole bunch of edibles, and we were just sitting there eating them and playing cards and just like shooting the breeze, and like nothing happened. I'm just sitting here like I hear.
Did anything happen to anyone? I mean, like maybe they were just
I,
shitty edibles.
I felt like no, I felt like they were feeling it, like, but like I've heard like people like all the tales of like multiple.
Yeah, I've definitely like
You
overdone
know,
it where
like-
I bombed. Like I was too
no.
high and
then
I was
I've
like
heard
crying
them
like I'm too high.
the red velvet. Don't take the red velvet. It's the strongest. It's the strongest. Like like the red velvet's the strongest. Don't do that. And I had like 5 of them. And I'm like, la la la. Let me take a shot. But they drinking some cheap margaritas. Like it wasn't doing it. Like they was drinking, but it was like juice. Like and I was like, I knew I should have went to the liquor store before I came here.
You're just on a different level.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm just want to be on a wave, and like I'm not, and it's disappointing me. Like, you ever try to get fucked up, and like
Yeah,
you're
totally.
like,
It's
not
like
like
the
fucked up, but like, cause you should never ever like drink to get fucked up, or like, go out to party to get fucked up, but like you just to get happy hour, as my
Yeah.
cousin Lavender will say. When you just want to be happy hour and you can't because it's like,
It's just your body isn't letting you. Yeah.
no, it's not your body. It's just like the whole scenario
Oh,
is
okay.
not just like happening
Yeah,
for
gotcha.
you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they had the
Where you get tired before you even get any kind of turn up.
not even tired before you get. It's okay. So like, let's say that you're planning to go to like this kickback, right? And you go to the kickback, and it's mad people at the kickback, right? And
So you can only have one glass of wine because they didn't buy enough alcohol.
not even that. It's like liqueur.
Yeah, I feel you.
Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
See, I don't really have this problem because I'm such a lightweight that I'm usually getting buzzed.
Okay.
Like, I'm usually getting buzzed. I'm the lightweight, like,
See, no, I'm like, I'm not a lightweight, and if like what most people think is like, oh, being heavy, I'm like, okay, that's probably light. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like that's why it's so funny, like, because I hang out, like, when I hang out with some of my white friends and I'm drinking with them, and they're like, you know, you can stay here, because we've been drinking all night long. And I'm like, dude, I'm fine. Like, you know,
Like fully
I'm not
functional.
sitting here saying like, oh, I'm sober, but I'm
Do you
sitting
get
here.
drunk? Well, you have said that you've been hungover and like had the spins and like
Yeah,
went
but
too
see, here's the
far.
thing. Like, I don't get drunk. Like, it's like, okay, so it's like, did I ever tell you the story like of like drinking while on ecstasy?
Where you said that ecstasy kind of like, well, I've heard that cocaine is like this, where like it helps you drink more, and you kind of said that with ecstasy, like you don't really get drunk, right?
Yeah, you just like, okay, so when I used to when I used to take a drink, when I used to take ecstasy years ago, it just used to like keep me sober. Like, I used to be able to drink constantly,
But like,
constantly, and like I know I was drunk because like, you know, once you start slurring,
yeah,
you know you drunk.
yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying, or like whatever. But like when when I drink, like I know I'm drunk when I guess I feel it later. Like for me, like when I drink, I don't get drunk because I'm always like thinking of being like the responsible one for something, or like,
You go into like make sure everyone's okay mode.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like I'm also drinking more than, or not more, but like probably the same, if not a little bit more than what everyone else is drinking. So
Yeah.
I'm having fun. Like, you know what I'm
So
saying?
you're buzzed, but you're
Yeah,
just like
but
also
like
like more hyper aware that you're
also
a little fucked up.
I'm also hyper aware that I might have to be the one driving home. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like,
I was that one too.
you
I
know,
remember driving home from Belmar, like from the shore, fucked up, vomiting on the side of the road, getting back in the car like halfway through the trip home, and then driving back home.
Yeah.
But I definitely should not have been driving plenty of times. But I'm a much better drunk driver than I am. And not to promote drunk driving at all, you should never do it.
Definitely.
But I'm a much better drunk driver than high driver. I
Okay.
cannot drive high at all. I'm like thinking I'm going outside of the lines.
Really?
Like I'll probably look like I'm drunk because I'm swerving because I'm feeling like I'm going out of the lines. I feel like I'm
Yeah,
floating. I feel like I'm going too
I
fast.
can do that. But drinking and like, I don't know. I feel like the liquor just hits me all at once while I'm asleep.
Ugh,
Like, you know what I mean?
that's nasty.
Like,
yeah.
it's like when I lay down after I eat and I lay down to go to sleep, that's when I'm drunk. Like, that's when I'm able to let myself go.
I see
And
what
it's
you're
like I'm
saying.
home, I'm in my bed. If you know, if I throw up, which 9 times out of 10 I really don't. It has to be on like rare occasions where I'm like, "Ugh." That's why I'm really drinking too much. But like that's when it will hit me while I'm asleep. Like I will wake up when it's time to go to work and I'm like, I'm still drunk.
Oh
I'm
my
still drunk.
God.
I'm still drunk. Like, you know, so
Yeah, that happened to my cousin where like she would be like great and like totally fine and normal and we think she's okay until we get home and then she's like
knocked out. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
and that's me. And I'm like, I'll just start, but like, I'm, I'm good.
She wouldn't even she would just like all of like oh, you're drunk
Right,
now.
right.
But yeah, I don't really I just get very like tipsy very fast. I'm super lightweight and then it's a very fine line for me. Like even before I get drunk, I'll be vomiting, unfortunately, even before I get drunk. That's like how sensitive my stomach is. I can't handle liquor at all.
Really.
Yeah. And like I never get sloppy because like I said, even before I get drunk, like I get sick.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think I've blacked out maybe like twice in my life
I've never.
and had a good time, like where I wasn't hungover, and that's it.
I
I usually like brown out, if anything, if I get to that level.
I don't know if I've. Okay, hold on. I have to pause this.
Okay. Is she
'Cause
okay?
I don't know. She just said, "I need you to call me. It's important."
Oh.
All right. We're gonna end this episode a little early. I just got some tragic news. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys.
Stay safe.
Stay safe. And I guess this episode will be for my cousin Daquan. So peace out.
This is real life.
Yeah. Sleep easy. That's all I can say. All right. Love you.
Yeah, welcome to the review where we do what we do. I'm Enzo, this is Chuck, and now you're part of our crew. Every Friday at 1, my friend, it goes down. We are the hottest podcasters around. Yep, it goes down. And if you don't believe, my friend, then come to town. You can send those other podcasters, yeah, they do. Welcome to the best, my friend, this is the review.